get into my message, I want to talk about a few personal things. I know that I mentioned to y'all that, I was going through a lot of difficult changes with CKD, which is chronic kidney disease. It was something that was new to me, something that really started dealing with last year, this time in April, I think it was. Started dialysis, and kidney doctor had been warning me that, hey, look, the numbers are looking a little shaky, and she told me that dialysis would be in my future. And when she told me that, I brushed it off. I said, no, it ain't gonna be me, not me. I just couldn't see it. I didn't want to hear it, but in reality, it was coming. And it was something to deal with. Didn't really know how I was going to deal with that, but as I continued to go see my kidney doctor, numbers get a little worse, and we all changed our diet and tried to hit it off, but I think my complications with that had come from having sarcoidosis early in my life. It affected my lungs, it affected my kidneys as well, but it didn't really just show up in my kidneys until later. It also affected my liver as well, which that's gotten better. The liver and the lungs have gotten better. Had tests, those look great, but it really did take a toll on the kidneys. And but anyway, been on dialysis for a year and struggling with it. I've always been a pretty confident person, and always believed and tried to figure things out on my own. I got it. I can handle it. And it's worked for me. Whether it's on the job, wherever. I've had, managers throw me in a situation where I'm set up to fail, and they expect for me to fail. And I'm just the type of person, if you put me in a situation, I'm going to show you that I can do it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to succeed. And that's just who I am. And that's what I thought I could do with this chronic kidney disease. I thought I could beat it. But I couldn't. It beat me. It was like being in a ring with Mike Tyson, and I was just a Olympic boxer. It took me somewhere, and it got me in a situation where I was defeated. You know what I mean? I was defeated, had nowhere else to go but to God, and I feel bad that I waited for God to be my last resort. Should have been my first resort. And I wouldn't have had to suffer as much as I did. Went through a lot of suffering, struggling, trying to figure things out, and didn't have to be that way. Could have turned it all over to God from the beginning. I felt like, just like in 2 weeks ago, this Sunday before Easter Sunday, when I was just defeated. I couldn't go anymore. I reached out to the Lord, and He picked me up. He lifted me up. He gave me some guidance about what I needed to do. And I listened to what He said, and I did what He said. 2 days I felt better. By Easter Sunday, showed me what he can do. And I felt great. And then last week, I got some news. It's feeling good. I got some news last week. And it shook me to my core. It shook me. And I could hear the Lord in my ears asking me, do you still trust me? Do you still trust me? Good answer. I could not answer it. It shook me that bad. It shouldn't have. Because I felt great. And that's why when it comes to fully trusting God, you gotta stand on it. You gotta stand on it. Because there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna be thrown at you. And you don't see what the trust is. He asked me during that time, son, you still trust me? I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer it that day. It took me till that night when I got home, got settled, talked with my wife, got my thoughts together, and said, Lord, I trust you. I trust you. And the more I thought about it, he had blown me twice. The week before and that week. He said, Shelton, what if? What if? I brushed it off. I didn't want to hear it. And that same week that I got the news, he hit me again. He said, Shelton, but what if? Lo and behold, later that week, I got the news. And that's what it was. So, my word today is selective trust in God. We want to be selective about what we trust God with. And it's a process. We want to be selective. We want to harbor some of the things that are close to our heart. We want to harbor that. When in general, those are the things we need to lay on God. You know what I'm saying? We feel like, oh, it's too hard. I'm going to keep this to myself. Things that you're keeping to yourself and you're holding in, it may be something big, something huge. It may be a diagnosis that you got that you don't want to share. Keep it to yourself. Those are the things that you need to lay on. Nothing's too hard for God. It takes us a long time to realize that. It took me a long time to realize it. But nothing's too hard. And one other thing before I give you my word is, I've always been told it's never changed. Their attitude towards me has never changed. But the rest of them, some of them I don't even hear from. They don't even call. But that's fine. That's fine. But you live and you learn when it comes to things like that. I've always been told that, and that is a true fact. When you get sick, you will really truly see who your friends are. My friends are in this community. These are my people. These are the people that are here for me. These are the people that I can depend on. My wife, my community, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, so loving, so caring, always treating me with great respect. And those are the people that I love. And this community is the people that I love. And those are y'all are the people that I depend on to help me get through what I'm going. Get into my words. Selective trust in God. Man, I'm gonna tell you, we can be so selective about, well, God, do this, but I have this. Should be. When we talk about fully trusting in God, we're really exploring the idea of letting go of our own need to control and placing our confidence in God's wisdom and timing. Man, just that first sentence. Exploring the idea of letting go of our own need for control. That's hard. That's hard. That is very hard. Very hard. I can say that pretty easily, but that is very hard to let go of our own need to control and placing our confidence in God's wisdom and timing. Wisdom and timing. Okay? Think about that. God's the only man I know that can be late, but he's still on time. He's always on time. It may not be on your time, but he's on time. He's always on time. We just have to let him work the process. We get in the way of things. Let him do things his way. In the end, you'll be thankful. It also involves having confidence in God even when circumstances seem impossible. Seem impossible. If you trust him, trust him. If you have confidence, have confidence. Think about that. Having confidence in God even when circumstances seem to be impossible. He the only one can do it. Full trust, having full trust. Did a little research, reading in the Bible a little bit, and I can tell you that two that I'm sure is more, but two that really stood out to me of people that trusted God. One of the ones that stood out the most was Abraham, who was asked to leave his homeland and journey to a place that God would show him, not knowing where he was going. Can you think about that for a minute? I'm going to use Milton for example. Somebody come to your house and ask you to leave your home. You don't know where you're going. It's going to take some trust for you to do that. It would take trust for anybody to do that. That's fully trusting God. That's the kind of trust I want to have one day. Because that's what it takes to do that, to leave your home, not knowing where you're going. they like, they had to trust it. And it wasn't an easy journey. It was not. It was not. I can't talk about this without mentioning Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. That is so true. That is so true. In all your ways. It's hard to do. It's easier to say it than just do it. But in all your ways, trust Him. Also, Psalms 37 and 5. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him and He will act. He will act. If you trust Him, He will act. He will do so. That is a fact. It's known, it's proven. In our life, trusting God fully often means releasing our grip on things we can't control and allowing Him to guide us. Let it go. Let it go. It's about acknowledging Him. It's about acknowledging that His perspective is greater than ours, and His plans, though sometimes seems mysterious, are always for our own good. And yes, trusting God is not always easy. It can be challenging to let go of our fears and our needs for answers. But when we do, we find peace that surpasses understanding, and we learn to lean on the strength greater than our own. It's a lot said right there. But He's got us. And He's told us that time and time and time and time again. Lean on me. I don't know why we feel like some things are too hard. Nothing's too hard for God. He's not only dealing with our problems, He's dealing with everybody's problems. So, I mean, you think about it, and you sometimes we may feel like, oh yeah, we're trying to put too much on the Lord, but no, we're not. He can handle it. His back's strong. He can handle it. If anybody can do it, He can do it. We just need to have enough faith to trust in Him. Jeremiah 29:13 says, you will seek and find me when you seek me with all your heart. Can't be half-stepping. Don't do it. Don't do it, do it. This reminds us of getting to know God as an active pursuit. This is something, just that sentence right there. It's an active pursuit. Getting to know God. It ain't just like you're going to wake up tomorrow and you got it all figured out. It takes time. It takes some of us longer than others to really, really trust God with everything. Wake up in the morning, feel good, get some news, brush it off. I don't worry about it. I'm going to let God handle it. But that flesh gets in the way, boy. Myself, I got this. No, you ain't got it. But you finna make your situation a whole lot worse than what it is. In the end, you're gonna end up right where you started. Turning to God and saying, hey, can you help me? That's what's gonna happen. I learned that the hard way. Do it myself. You think you're gonna do is the closer you get, the closer you get. I noticed for me, when I turn some things over to God, we started having conversations, and I'm talking in the altar from the beginning, and it just seemed like it felt like we started talking every day. I called my mother-in-law tonight. Me and God had a conversation. Talked about this. Talked about that. That ain't something I ever done before. But that Sunday before Easter, when I was defeated, he stepped in and gave me direction on what to do to get better. And that day, we started talking periodically through the day, out there working in the shop. Lord, lay something on me. Yeah, okay. Situation come up. Lay something on me. Okay. It just seemed like from that day forward, we started to conversate a little more, and a little more, and a little more. And it kind of felt like directing my days. You know what I'm saying? Kind of felt like small situations would come up and, you know, you need to food there. You need food. That's something that I had never experienced before. Wow, he's really directing my path. Because I'm letting it. As we take steps toward God, he meets us there and reveals more of himself to us. That is so true. Scriptures consistently encourage us that growing closer to God is both a heartfelt desire and a journey we take step by step. It takes time. It takes time. And it is a journey. It's a journey.
Amen.
It takes time, and it is a true journey. But it's a good journey. It's a good journey. It's a good journey. It's a journey that I'm enjoying taking. It's changed a lot of things in my life. Just have a different perspective about a lot. He will show you. He will show you what and who is important in your life. He'll show you. And when you look outside of that perimeter, it's like, these people didn't mean you no good. That didn't mean you no good. They just wanted whatever they could get from me. I was pretty successful and I had access to a lot of things, so we'll hang the show. We got going on. We just kind of, it's always been a contributor to whatever I'm a part of. I want to be a contributor. That's just who I am. Try to make things better. And some people feed off of that. John 15:5 says, I am the brought me back. Sit me down. Said, you want things to change in your life, this is what you need to do. Start today. That was 2 Sundays ago. And I'm here to tell y'all from Sunday before Easter to this Sunday, man, my health has changed. My strength has got better. Gained weight. When I just feel great comparing night and day. 2 weeks. I struggled for a year. 2 weeks. Turned everything around. 2 weeks. So I'm thinking in 2 weeks. Did all this in 2 weeks. Just think about it, if I just turned it over to him a year ago.
My Lord.
You know what I mean? 2 weeks. Opened my eyes to a lot of things in 2 weeks now. And I've been having this word for a while. I don't know what it is about today, but he gave me confidence to say what I had to say. I ain't nervous about anything. Sometimes people get in front of people and get a little nervous about talking. And I'm gonna tell y'all today, I ain't nervous about nothing. I had a word to say, and I was gonna say it.
Amen. Amen.
Until I change.
Jesus.
Proverbs 16:9. It says, in their hearts human plan their courses, but the Lord establishes their steps. And we got to tell our girls to research. But I am. It's a gentle reminder that while we often make our own places, our own plans, it's God who ultimately guides our steps. He guides our steps. I'll leave y'all with this. We all have areas where we might be holding on to tightly. And consider what it would be like to fully trust God in those situations. I'll say it again. We all have areas that we might be holding on to too tightly. Consider what it would be like to fully trust God in those situations.
Hallelujah.